Welcome to Project X. Finally, delivery done right as a co-op for an entire industry. Co-ops have been around since 1844, or 175 years. The first known co-op was in Great Britain. The cooperative group is still in business today and does in excess of over $9.5 billion. A co-op solves industry problems without hurting the core members, the restaurants. If you look at the marketplace today with all of these delivery services, they don't have the best interests of the restaurants at heart. They really are not looking at the entire food chain. Well, that is a pun, but intended. So in order for the business model to be successful, all four pillars must be equally in a win-win-win model. So the customer has to have a win, the restaurant needs to have a win, the drivers need a win, and the platform. Well, if the platform is part of an extension of a co-op, it's a win for everybody because there's not asking for margin that's not necessary in an industry that has a very small margin. So here's Project X from More Time Express, and here's how we help each one of the constituents in the four pillars of the entire model for food delivery. The customer, they get the convenience they're looking for, they get all the choices that they want, they have the same dedicated drivers from our hub-centric partners with the drivers. They get loyalty points, and flat out they get better service because they've got drivers who are actually interested in the success of the business model. For the restaurants, they pay the co-op a fair margin of 12%, not the ridiculous margin of 33 or 35%. Oh my goodness, where do they get these ideas? They own the data, so the restaurants will have automated thank you texts and emails going out that invites the customers to come back into their establishments, into their stores. So it's really a fair model because you have the information and you can continue to build your customer relationship marketing and your marketing automation, which is included in the platform. And a good thing for the restaurant industry and the associations is 2% of that 12%, or the 2%, so goes to the restaurant association. So in essence, that cost is 10% for that takeout meal delivery service, and 2% goes to the restaurant association. For the drivers, they're part of the More Time network, and they get to have additional services to deliver. So they get great compensation. Most of our drivers are on a path to make over $85,000 a year or more. That's far cry from the reasonable nonsense that the folks in the other platforms are doing, where we know some of those drivers are making less than $9 an hour. And that doesn't include their gas and their wear and tear on their vehicles. They build relationships with these customers, and it's the same smiling faces. It's the same people who are helping out. And they have localized relationships to provide passenger services, errands, and other delivery. So it's a win for the drivers too. So what's the next step on the platform? Well, the platform is really a co-op. And it doesn't have to win because we're not tech weenies trying to make a gazillion dollars. We're trying to solve an industry-wide solution. That realistic margin of 10% to the platform really just sustains the tools. So it's like a grain elevator. Everybody's pitching in to make sure that they have a grain elevator to store their grain in before it goes to market. With a platform like this being a co-op, there'll be wide scale adoption. There's no reason why to pay those ridiculous fees from those other delivery services. It's truly a co-op. And the co-op will have better relationships with the other pillar members because it's truly a partnership. Well, and last, there's some really cool stuff. It is the first of its kind, a co-op app anywhere that we can find. We're not techies trying to be gazillionaires, so, it's not about greed. It's about solving an industry problem. The app will never be for sale. It's solving industry issues for all. And we invite industry members to participate in the funding and the rewards of the profits of it. Any dollars over the operating fees will end up being refunded back to the shareholders. So if you make a donation to the platform, you'll get, for every dollar, you get 1 share in the co-op. And there will be profit sharing. This is not a gazillionaire greed play. This is a situation to help the industry. And the national and state restaurant associations win. But important here, there's a steering board where all stakeholders sit on a board to shape the service. So the restaurants, the consumers, the drivers, and the platform will all get together to collaborate to make the best solution. Well, what's next? It's really simple. Join us. Send us an email over to the team, and we'll get you signed up and set up. We'll get you information about the crowdfunding sites because we want your participation in it. We expect the funding of this additional rounds with the application to be almost 50% by the industry. Sign up for your organization once the app is released is free. And it really is a true win-win-win model. If you like, you can call our team. We have a dedicated team. You can get the number here, the 720-278-0267, or get more information on our website. So that's it. Join the co-op. Be part of the fun. There's no reason why these delivery platforms have to continue taking advantage of the restaurant industry.